Hello, everyone. This is Wendy Ford from Cash Life Mastery, where we're helping entrepreneurs on their path to success through online marketing and bootstrapping education. And today you're joining me for Breaking Barriers in Business, where we are going to be talking about your blog. Today's topic is how to make a profit with your blog. And joining me today is my wonderful co-host, as always, just gotta love her, the Chef Katrina. Katrina is a blogging expert. She's a leader in this industry. So we were so fortunate to have her here on Breaking Barriers in Business. And Katrina, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then let's talk about how to make some money with that blog.
Woohoo! Hey guys, yeah, so I'm Chef Katrina. I have been blogging professionally for the last 3 years now. And it's basically how I was able to leave a kitchen and replace my income, was through the power of blogging. Blogging allowed me to get speaking engagements, be able to promote products and services, and with that, you know, I'm here with you today and Wendy and Cash Life Mastery and Breaking Barriers, talking about how powerful it is to have a blog for your business. Really a critical element to the success of your business, and one of the fastest ways to make money in your business by having a blog in place. Now, is blogging fast? No. Is making money with blogging easier? Yes. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, the structure, the mindset, who you become when you start using your blog as a resource to purchase or to sell stuff. So you guys can stalk me all over the internet. Feel free. It's Chef Katrina. If you search that in Google, you'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, here on YouTube, everywhere. Pretty much I just kind of show up. So I'm excited to be here because making money with a blog, Wendy, is so super easier. It's probably easier now than ever before.
And that is so true. And guys, if you want to get Chef's information, or you want to contact us, we have started putting this down at the description part of our YouTube channel. So we want to make sure that if you guys have questions after the show, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Just use the links that are in the description of the YouTube channel. And like Chef said, today, because of the internet, we have this open world of, it's like the cash cow, you know, the money-making machine. But a lot of people have the misconception that blogging to make money is an overnight thing. You can write one blog, plop a couple of links in there, and I should expect a paycheck next week. You know, Katrina, you want to elaborate a little bit on that part?
Yeah, so when you first start out with blogging, I will tell you that it's about credibility, right? It's about building authority over time. So while blogging can produce the income for you, the other element of blogging is that you have to be consistent to your audience, right? You have to show up for your audience. You have to actually make an offer to your audience. I mean, I don't know about you, Wendy, but I've seen this happen a lot, where people talk about a service and how wonderful it is, and then they never make a call to action. They actually never allow you to purchase from them on their site, which is one of the big things. Now, you know, it isn't a get-rich method. It is more about building that recommendation. Like, you're a person of authority and you recommend stuff. So example, Wendy, this is one I always go back to, is Oprah Winfrey, right? So, and especially around the holidays, this is like the perfect example. Oprah is a person of influence for recommendations. If she endorses or says something about a product or service, it is like everybody wants that, right? Because they want to have exactly what she has or what she recommends. Because if Oprah recommends it, it's got to be good, right? And that's where you become with your blog. And I've talked about this in workshops. We've talked about it before, Wendy, also, that you really need to let your audience know what you're going to share with them. Like, what is the purpose of your blog? And then in the purpose of your blog, you will have more items than you can ever imagine at your disposal through the internet that are what we call affiliate products. And there's so many of them out there, Wendy. I mean,
exactly, hundreds, thousands.
So there's almost too many for you to count. But you've got to be really strategic in how you're presenting these affiliate links, and you've got to make sure they make sense to your reader and to your fans. Because if you're just putting up anything and everything, they know you're selling them, right? You want to become the recommended resource. You want to have them come to you and go, I'm buying this because this person recommended it.
And, you know, I just actually had this almost exact same talk with one of my coaching clients. And what we talked about, she sells health and wellness products.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we want to try to get the focus in on different types of things that she can talk about around her health and wellness products. And, you know, she was like really confused. Well, I want to talk about this product and what it does. And I'm like, no, that's not how you approach this. It's more of, okay, if it's going to cure or make you feel better if you have asthma, for instance, if it's something that really helps asthmatics, then you talk about a little bit about asthmatics and the things that they can benefit from. And within that, one of my recommended products would be. And so I think a lot of people just want to talk about the product itself within the blog, and that's where they go wrong because they turn people off immediately.
So what's a funny story behind that one? So this is my story for the health and wellness industry, right? Because that is also one of my network marketing companies, Health and Wellness. So my story actually goes something like this, like, do you find yourself stressed and yelling a lot, right? So I worked in a kitchen. I had a lot of stress. I was managing probably one of the busiest kitchens on property for what we did, serving over 9,000 people a day. And once I got this product in my hand, my mom had sent it to me. And I had been taking it for about 2 weeks, give or take. And one of my culinary staff comes up to me and they go, Chef, are you taking anything or something shifted in your life? And I was like, no, I'm just taking this nutritional drink every morning and, you know, every night. They're like, wow, like you've stopped yelling in this kitchen. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you are now more level-headed and calm than we've ever seen you before. So like you've stopped yelling at us. You're actually listening to us for the first time. So whatever you're taking, please don't stop taking it. Right?
That's pretty bad when your staff comes to you and says that, girl.
My staff recognized, I didn't recognize that. I didn't realize that it was such a dramatic shift in my temperament in 2 weeks from taking this nutrition. So it allowed me to really de-stress and just like focus on really what was taking place instead of just flying off the handle. So for me, you know, that's a perfect testimonial because everybody goes, well, what the heck are you taking? And then I'm like, this, right?
So you would talk about your about stress and how it could affect you at your job, and then your experience, you know, with stress too, maybe from a personal side, your experience with stress,
Yeah.
and how you found this health and wellness product that made the difference, and then talk about how it changed you, and then tell what the product was.
Yep. And actually, at that point, because usually when I tell that story, people are like, well, what were you taking and how to get my hands on it? Like, I don't even have to go any further than that. And then I'm like, if you want to learn more about it, you know, call me, or if I do it on my website, it's like, click down below and I'll tell you the exact, you know, exactly what I was taking that helped me in 2 weeks become like stress-free. I'm in, I want it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about how you set it up to have that conversation. But I'm seeing too many people that, you know, they have their blog and they're just talking about the product.
Mm-hmm.
What the product does, and, you know, they might have a picture of the product and what it does for it, but people want to hear about experiences and you know, testimonials from customers, you know, the information behind what it's going to help, you know, maybe a little bit about, you know, if we were talking about asthma, a little bit about what asthma is, you know, how does it affect the body, and how can you do things to improve your health to make asthma better. You know, they want that step progression with your blog. They don't want, they just don't want that product thrown at them.
Here, take this.
So basically what that's going to do, guys, is it's going to, by setting the blog up that way, it's going to help you get your readers' attention How long would you say people scan your blog before they decide if they're going to read it or click off? I know you have all
have,
stats.
yeah, so no, so the reading time on a blog. So the first thing, and we really haven't dived into this one too much in our training, but it's really about, you got to make sure the headline speaks to people. Because you guys know that, your attention span, if you're in a checkout line and the tabloids don't catch your attention, then you're walking right by it, right? There's so much going on around us. You really, first and foremost, for your blog, your headline is the most important thing. It's the reason people go to your blog, period. Right? It's their first introduction to your blog. So making sure the headline is congruent, and then your introduction, right? So the introduction is, what is it you're going to tell them? Why should they bother to continue to read what you're going to share with them, and what's it to them? So you really have, for a blog, I want to say you maybe have about 30 seconds in terms of reading through that first part to really capture them and continue pulling them down.
So, I mean, it's all about the headline, usually a lot about the picture, and that includes like your video, the first picture that you have on your video too. You want to make sure that is like really eye-catching, because a lot of videos, if you notice, will stop on, like, the worst face you've ever made. Have you ever noticed that, Katrina? The worst face you've ever made, that's where it's going to stop. So you might want to have a cover photo over your video, so when it's sitting on your website, that's what they see first. Then they click play and go on to your video. The visuals matter as much as the content.
Very much so.
And bringing those people down from headline to video picture down to, I would say, your first 3 sentences are crucial. You want to kind of recap in those first 3 lines what you're getting ready to talk about.
Yeah. Because it's so important, guys. And we were talking about this. I had a great conversation with Bill Pescasolido last night. It was actually a gentleman that I interviewed on our Monday Mojo. And it was really like, you've got to build it. He called it have a downhill story, because the whole purpose of the blog is that they start in at the top, but you've got to pull them down. You've actually got to pull them through the blog content itself to get them to stay till the very end where the call to action is, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing that he recommended, which I thought was great, is like, if you have like 10 steps to successfully build your blog, you don't start with number 1, you actually start with number 10, because everybody wants to know what number 1 is. So by default, they're going to pull through the whole blog because they want to come down to what number 1 is, right? Yeah. So think of like your music countdowns that we have. You talk about, how to get to the, when you're talking about game shows, right? There's always, you're trying to get to that 1 or 2 people, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to pull them down through the blog. So I thought that was a really brilliant strategy for that one, because it's really is talking to it. And then there'll be other blog posts that you have that are just pretty basic, right? It's just going to be an intro, the video, some content around it. So a blog doesn't have to be 2,000 words. A blog minimally has to be at least 300 words.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to have some play with this and not feel like you're overwhelmed in this whole process.
And then I think the next thing people maybe we need to talk about is connecting the right affiliate links with the right content.
Okay.
Like, so if we're talking about
pick a business,
we'll just keep using, well, let's just use internet marketing. So that's, something that people are doing, but there's so many facets of that. Are you selling?
You want to talk about blogging?
Yeah. I mean,
because that's going to be a real easy one because it kind of matches what we're talking about. So even as a blogger, you can blog about the services that you have, right? So here's something you may or may not know. As a blogger, the first thing, Wendy, we talk about this all the time, right? Get your own domain.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So there's a couple of places where you can get domains. You can get it from Namecheap. You can get it from GoDaddy. You can get it from a couple of different places to get a domain name, right?
Yeah.
When you're on these sites, I suggest you scroll down to the very bottom. And typically in the very bottom, it says become an affiliate or partnership, right? So if you are getting domain name if you're getting your domain name, you can actually become an affiliate of that site that sells domain names. In addition to that, when you get a domain name, what do you need next? A host.
You need hosting, and so that's with all of them out there. They'll offer you the opportunity to buy a domain name, but you can either park it or host it.
Yep. So now you're hosting it. So so for me, I like Namecheap for my domain because I think Namecheap's got pretty cheap domains for the most part for me. And then for my host, I like just Host, right? But there's Namecheap, there's GoDaddy, there's HostGator, there's Bluehost, there's blah, blah, blah.
I use iPages,
iPages, right? Yep. And every single one of these, again, if you go to these pages and you scroll down, shockingly enough, it's going to say join our affiliate program. Now, typically, it doesn't cost anything to join an affiliate program because you're basically giving free advertising to these companies by having this information on your blog. So when you get your domain rights registered, you're going to tell all your friends, like, hey, that's where I got my domain. Here's my link if you're looking to start the same thing. Cool, right? If you use it, I'm going to use it. That's how Wendy, let's be honest. I got into magnetic sponsoring about 10 years ago, and every time they recommended something, that's what I bought. Why? Because they were a trusted resource.
Exactly. And that's what you want to find in this industry is the trusted resource, so you don't have to go out and do hours and days and months worth of research to find a product or service that works.
Yeah, so true. So if we go down that route, this is going to get really fun now. So we've got the host, we've got the domain name. So if we continue down the path, there is now what we need is a theme, right? We need to put something on our site to make it look pretty. Wendy, you and I both know some of the best sites, especially so we're going to stick with the internet marketing world around blogging, right? Exactly. So we're going to want a theme that has a couple of things with it, right? The theme's probably going to, it's got to have a blog. B, we need capture pages. I need a way to sell something, right? And C, it may have a membership site attached to it, right? Why did you go dark all of a sudden? There you are. Now you're silent too. Oh no, you can mute yourself out. Okay. So what that ends up doing is that you have, oh Lord, I just lost track because you blacked out on me. Where was I? I was A, B, and C. And A something, B something, C something. Quick, remind me. My mind just went blank. You just
when I go away for just a second.
What was I talking about? Oh my God. I can't
we were talking about blogging and affiliate links and getting signing up for affiliate links and making it match to what you're talking about.
Right. I swore there was a point A, B, and C, and that was brilliant. Whatever I was saying. So, so get into the mindset of what your target audience needs. So now that we're an internet marketer, one of the other things they're going to, so that was the theme. So the theme is make sure that you have a theme that's got a blog, capture pages, and the ability to do memberships. So those three elements. And there's couple of themes that have been out there. Like I've used Optimized Press 2.0. I've used Thrive theme. Wendy, is there anything that you've used?
Well, I have used other themes, but I personally have not recommended anything but Thrive themes. Okay. And actually, I'll add that link to our description today after our show was over. That to me, because I'm a copy paste kind of girl when it comes to the website, and I like things that are kind of already pre-set up for me. Yep. And I can just copy and paste and bring things over, and it's kind of idiot proof when it comes to setting up your blog.
So right there, those three things that I've mentioned for if you're starting to create a blog and you're using these services, you can go out and retell people that you're using these services. And just that alone right there could possibly net you close to 60 to 100 bucks, right? To somewhere in there. So 60, 90, somewhere in there, you'll probably have a good price range just in recommending those services, right? So that's a real easy way to start making some cash. From there, as we're a network marketer or an internet marketer or an affiliate marketer, now we need an autoresponder. So we need an email autoresponder. There's a couple of them out there. I use Aweber. some of the
I
one
use Aweber too. I can't say enough about Aweber. I think they're awesome.
Yep. So again, you can become an affiliate for that one, make a couple extra bucks off of that. A marketing system, right? So Wendy and I both have partnered up with a marketing system called Elite Marketing Pro. It is a teaching, training, mentoring program, really, that gives you everything you need to learn how to build your business online, from sales funnels to email marketing to Facebook to YouTube, like anything that you need as a strategy to successfully build a successful business online, you will find inside of this program, which is what I love about it, because it really is teaching you mastery of marketing online. So Elite Marketing Pro has been one of our favorites as a marketing system to continuously recommend.
And you know, I would say to people, if they were thinking about needing that marketing education, with Elite Marketing Pro, you don't have to keep buying products and services to get that education, because everything's back in the back office. So what it does is it allows you to focus on your blog and building those affiliate links, because if there's something you need to learn, it's already there for you. You can just go click a button, watch the information, and move on. So what Elite Marketing Pro has done for me is allow me to focus on building my business.
Yeah, it's my one-stop resource, especially at the VIP level, because I don't have to go and buy anything else.
Exactly.
Right? Like, I've made that one purchase, and now I have a university of information that I have access to. And that for me has been the most valuable asset, because I can go in there and out of there anytime, depending on what I need for my business, and get that training, apply it, and I'm at the next level for my business. So that's been really important. So affiliate marketing, you've got like systems like this. You've also got, there's like ClickBanks, which is another one. For many of you, Amazon is going to be mind-blowing. You can actually become an affiliate for Amazon. And with that, and especially during the holidays, I was actually talking with a friend of mine. This is brilliant. Wendy, I'm going to go and find something that I think is cool on Amazon every day, and then post my affiliate link on my Facebook page.
On your personal Facebook page?
Personal or my business. If it's something I think that's relevant, like, hey, I use this camera, I use this keyboard, I use this, like, we use a lot of electronics and stuff in our business. Why not share what I'm using personally in my office to help me build?
Well, you know, I'll bring this up just because we're on it. There has been some talk about like using affiliate links on business pages if you plan to run Facebook ads.
Yeah, but if you have a good following, or even not, I mean, just, you can recommend, say, hey, if you guys are curious about what kind of webcam I'm using, like, this is my favorite one because it's HD, it gets everything, it's got a speaker, it's got speaker, mic, all built into it. So if I really want to just use everything in one place, I can pick it up with me. I can take it with my laptop. Like, I love the fact that it kind of follows me everywhere I go. So based on recommendations, what I've gotten, you know, do I love Mr. Rubber Ducky? Yes. Do I think everybody should have a rubber ducky at their desk? Yes. Right? I'm going to recommend that you get Mr. Rubber Ducky, because there's nothing worse than when you're stuck technology-wise and you can't figure it out. Talk to your duck. Because if you can explain it to your rubber ducky, then you will figure out how to make it work in your business. If you can't explain it to your rubber ducky, talking to your rubber ducky is going to be very soothing and calming for you. So I highly recommend getting a rubber ducky.
And for me, everybody has to have a poop pillow.
Yeah.
A pink poop pillow at that.
Right?
But, you know, like I said, the question that I have had the most is putting links to purchase on your business page for affiliate links if you plan to run Facebook ads, because, you know, everybody's always concerned about stuff getting shut down. What are your thoughts and feelings on that?
So I think if it's done in a way that you join as a recommended resource, right? But ultimately, I'm going to tell you, if you're recommending a product or service like that, I would do a blog post on that product or service and then have the affiliate link in there.
So the link needs to be to the blog post always, and not just straight to an Amazon page with a purchase.
If your plan is to run an ad for it, yes. If your idea is just you want to share it with your fans, just let them know what tools you're using without anything around it, then feel free to post your affiliate link. As long as you're not running an ad, you can post anything you want on your business page. Like, there's nothing that says you can't post affiliate links. It may not get a lot of views, but the idea is that, you know, we're talking about it, we're using it, and that's what we love.
So when you have a long stream of, say, you've posted affiliate links that do go to sales pages, and then you start running Facebook ads for something else, does that put you in danger?
No, because if you're running, as long as you're not running the ad to the affiliate, like to the affiliate link itself, right?
Yeah.
And typically Facebook frowns upon you making outrageous claims around something, you making health claims, make quick money claims. I have yet to see anybody run an ad to a product or service and get banned on Facebook for that. Like, that's the whole point of advertising, right? Is that you should be, you know, this is a product I recommend, buy. Like, okay.
But of course, too, when you do your post, you want to kind of keep in mind that you might want to boost that post. So, like she was saying, it's always great if you do have it running back to a blog post with the information in it, because that's how Facebook likes for you to do it.
They like that for network marketers. I'm going to be straight up honest. I have seen people run ads straight to sales pages and never have an issue. As long as there's enough content on there and people know what they're buying, right? It doesn't make a difference. Like, it doesn't have to be a blog post. You can send them to a sales page. You just got to make sure that you're not, so the one thing Facebook doesn't like is that you can't make people give you their email address first before you give them information.
Right.
Right? They consider that a hard wall. It's not user friendly. They don't know what's on the other side. They don't know if it's a scam. They don't know really what they're signing up for. So there's that around there. Facebook doesn't like anything that's a quick, rich, make money scheme. And too many network marketers have made outrageous claims about joining their business that now Facebook deems anything network marketing to be a scheme. So you just have to be very cautious of how you're presenting your business, which is why we don't recommend you promoting your products on Facebook. We recommend you writing a blog post and sending people to the blog post, right? So like what we discussed earlier. So what we know about Facebook is that there are variations of it, right? I have seen plenty of ads that have said, hey, buy ClickFunnels, hey, buy a car, hey, you came to Amazon, looked at this, go click here and buy it. There's nothing that stops me from having the opportunity to buy it, right? The whole point of an ad is to make money. Like, ideally, you want them to either give you an email address or give you cash. Like, that's what you want going on. So you got to not be afraid to put out offers on Facebook thinking that they're going to shut you down. You can't be shut down for making an offer and a recommendation, right? And if you're going to run an ad to it, just make sure there's nothing that's outrageous claims, there's no hype to it, and at the end of the day, it benefits the user. Like, those are the real parameters. If you have questions about what Facebook looks like or really wants, go to Facebook, Google Facebook ad policy, and you guys can read through all of that. But there's nothing stopping you from just putting on your page, I recommend this product and service. Right? There's nothing stopping you from that.
That's awesome advice, because I think there is so much confusion about that exact subject, because Facebook doesn't like to spell things out. I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe it's just the blonde hair, but I read their ad policies and I just don't always get a full understanding. I think I'm going to put that back on Facebook and not the blonde hair, and say that I would like to see a little bit more clarity in their ad policy information.
But the ad is set up, I mean, we are in a very small bubble too when you look at the ads because of who we're following. But if you were to get outside of that, I mean, every time I look at a car, anytime I look at something on Amazon, like, it follows me over. So I've seen, you know, retargeting ads for cameras and phones and things that I'm looking at. Facebook doesn't have a problem with that. There's nothing wrong with creating an ad and selling a product or service. The problem, again, I can't stress this enough, is just don't be hypey. Don't make outrageous claims. Be truth, be honest. You know, if you have questions around it, then get with a Facebook marketer that knows it, either myself or Wendy. Ask us the questions. You know, one of the beautiful things about Elite Marketing Pro is that we can ask these questions in our mastermind group.
Exactly.
And then we get feedback from all these crazy people that are out there using Facebook for so many different things, and we get the answer that we need. right? But the
Absolutely.
idea is that if you're looking to have a resource and you're really wanting to get successful in marketing online, then I can't stress enough the importance of getting with a marketing company that allows you to basically sit in, watch, learn, ask questions, answer questions, and that's going to be the fastest way to grow your business. So blogging is fantastic, and there's an element behind your blogging where you're going to need to socialize it. You're going to need to put it out on social media. You're going to need to email your list on it. You're going to have to start building your list. You're going to make sure that you are making money, that you are having call to actions, that there's a lot of elements around blogging. But at the end of the day, Wendy, a blog post I wrote 3 years ago is still getting me leads and money.
And, you know, that's what I try to stress to everybody that I talk to about. It is a moneymaker, but it's residual income that you're going to get over time. And, you know, what excites me right now, because, you know, I'm still redoing my website and setting up my new blog. And I just think about, you know, 4 or 5 years from now when I'm sitting on the beach and I get that little bing from my email and I've made money from something I did today, you know, and that really excites me. So that's how I get excited about it, because I know that eventually it will get to where I'm not having to work as hard as I do right now to build this business. Eventually I will have that monthly residual income coming in from things that I'm setting up today. And that's where I want to get people excited about blogging, is because it's something that you can build now. And if you're like me, my husband and I are looking at retiring in a couple of years, him from the military and me from, I think I'm going to basically retire from being a housewife / mom. I'm going to be a world traveler is what I'm going to do. So, you know, when we do retire, we want that residual income coming in. So we're building it now. It's kind of that build it and they will come ideology, but I would still say you have to do things to bring people back to that old information, because they're not always going to come to the old stuff. So one thing about blogging is being able to repurpose your old information, be able to track those links that you put out today, have something in place that's going to make sure that if that link happens to go bad because that affiliate product is no longer good, that you get alerted so you can pop something else back in. And those are the kind of things that we're going to be talking about here on Breaking Barriers in Business. Each week we have a different topic in blogging. We're explaining different things that will benefit you when you're setting up your blog. And then, of course, like I said, we can always have you guys come back to us. We've got information in the description of our YouTube channel. So we want you guys to subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you're coming back every single week. And when you come back each week, like I said, we'll have a new topic. And we can definitely help you learn how to overcome some of these fears that people have. And Katrina, I think we are at the end of our hour, so if you want to let people know how to contact you really quick.
Yeah, so guys, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys are getting a lot of value out of this. Like Wendy and I love getting together and talking and blogging, because there's so many things that come up around this, and you guys coming on and hang out with us is always a blast. So if you're for following me, first off, you guys, like I said, stalk me at anything Chef Katrina. So you guys can find me on Facebook at Chef Katrina. You can stalk me on Twitter. You can stalk me on Pinterest. You can stalk me pretty much anywhere, even including my blog. So if you want to go visit me, my blog is thechefkatrina.com. I do have a blogging course that I've put together because I really want to see business owners succeed with blogging. So it's the step-by-step process of blogging, getting you going. If you guys are interested in that, learning more about it, head over to bloggingingredients.com. I believe it's down in the description below.
I was going to say, we've got that down in the description below too, guys. So make sure you click that link and definitely get that product, because, guys, I'm going to tell you what, if you want a real fast track to blogging, that course that Katrina has done, that's it. You know, It is on point. It's like A to Z. This is what you do. This is what you do next. Blah blah blah. And you know, it's an awesome course. So you just go out there and get it. That's all I can say. And guys, if you want to connect with us, like I said, information in the links below in our description. And we can't invite you enough to go ahead and take the 10-day free attraction marketing boot camp. That is part of our Elite Marketing Pro program. So please get in there, click that link, and get that free information sent to your email for 10 days and find out a little bit more about what we're doing there. It will definitely help your business grow. So thank you so much, Katrina, for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And we will see you guys back next Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, for Breaking Barriers in Business and topics about blogging. Talk to you later. Bye.